can of seasoned black beans. Just spread them around. Nothing fancy. Now for the rice. I'm going to go with half a teaspoon of aleppo pepper. That's an African pepper. I'm going to go with a half a teaspoon of red curry spice. Half a teaspoon of nigella seed, which is basically a onion seed that toasts out really nice in the food if you have it in a fry pan, and gets very soft and flavorful if you do it like this in something soft and wet. So you just kind of stir that up, make sure all those spices are mixed up in there really good. And then you turn off the jacuzzi so you don't have this constant humming in the background. All right, got that all mixed up real nice. Now what I like to do is add about a quarter of a jar of the Goya sofrito cooking sauce. This is green peppers, onions, cilantro, garlic, and olive oil. Made for chili or soups or salsa. You can even eat it kind of raw if you just put it on top of stuff, but it's best cooked. We'll combine that real nice. Real easy. Okay, now we got our swai over here. I like swai because A, it's cheap, and B, it tastes delicious. And C, it's actually sort of a native fish from Africa and over in the Middle East. And that's a good thing because what we're cooking today has a couple of really good African and Middle Eastern spices in there. I hit it with a little garlic. I do a little garlic on the black beans. And a pinch of salt. On the beans too. Always season all your layers. A little bit of black pepper. Some on the beans. Some on the fish. And just kind of rub that in a little bit. Now what I do is I take the other fish, put it on top of that one, then I flip it, and basically rub them together like that. And that just kind of distributes the spices better. Now these fish have two sides. There's one side where you can see the split in the meat. There's one side where you see a lot of this texture. You might think you want to put that down, but if you put that down, you're going to face your really prime meat up, and that's going to dry it out, even though the rice is going. So you lay that face down. You want that white line up. Then we rinse our hands. And then you just take this awesome rice, and you guys, you could just make this rice by itself. This is just a jasmine rice cooked till it's sort of almost dry and fluffy. And then the 3 spices in a quarter jar of that sofrito right there. And then what I do is I put a little here, a little here, a little there, and then I save that to eat while I'm cooking it. And then we're just gonna kind of push this off the sides. It's like frosting a cake. Pretty easy. This might look really weird, but I've cooked this recipe a bunch of times. I've been making it for years, and it never ceases to amaze everyone who tries it. And definitely don't put cheese in the rice. You're not allowed to do that. Haha, you can do whatever you like. All right, complete. Now, basically, I'm gonna go with convection bake if you have it. 400. And what that'll do is it'll cook from the bottom and from the top, and that'll give that rice a really tasty crust on top. And then if you want to add like some chives or some scallions or anything on there, sometimes I'll add some raw onions, but basically we're just going to pop this in to a cold oven. You don't want that coming to a boil. So you put that into a cold oven, and then that'll prevent it from coming to a boil when you put it into a 400-degree oven. Same way as cooking bacon. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a minute and just stop bubbling. Shouldn't take too long. It's been cooking for 30 minutes at 400 convection. You can see how nice and brown the bean juices come up around the edges. The rice has a nice crust on top. Some of those nigella seeds, that's what you actually see on there. Those little black specks. Those are really add a lot of flavor. Good stuff. So I'm going to make myself a little serving of this and then have it. You guys don't realize how good this is until you make it. It's so simple. The fish in there is going to be so moist. As I like to do, add me a little bit of hot sauce on just about everything I do. This one is Taco Jesus Salsa Verde, which just means green sauce in Spanish. But it's nice and spicy. It goes good with the fish. And just for shits and giggles, one of my favorite things, Goya recaito. This is a fresh recaito. Just a little on the side. And then something I add to almost everything. A little glop of cream cheese, or cream cheese, sour cream right on top. And you are ready to eat. Look at that. It's so good. Let's cut that. See how that fish looks in there. It just melts in your mouth. Look at how tender it is. Perfectly cooked. Chase it around the plate a little bit. Oh my God. Well, guys, sorry to leave you here, but I gotta go. Later, Gator.